Hey guys, this is Shiny Zekrom, and welcome back to the Week 1 Team Builder in the SBL of Season 3. My opponent this week is the Phildelphia Tyranitars, coached by Omega. His team to run through you again is Garchomp, which is a Z user, Chansey, Rubambi, Whimsicott, Pangoro, Electivire, Mega Blastoise, Weavile, Necrozma, Magmortar, and Golbat. Pretty scary team unless prepared for it correctly, and I've done the best to choose 6 that I think will do pretty well this week. My team to quickly run through again, the Florida Flygons, coached by me. My team is Mew, Mandibuzz, Darmanitan, Cobalion, Frostlass, Clawitzer, Mega Gardevoir, Buzzwole, Xurkitree, Porygon Z, and Silvally. Xurkitree being my Z user. And as you can see, the first member that I have chose this week is Flaps the Mandibuzz, which is holding Leftovers, the ability of Big Pex. And let's start going over things. So, the moveset I decided to go with is Roost, Defog, Brave Bird, and Foul Play. Roost is there to be able to heal up any damage and to be able to kind of stall out turns and whatnot. Brave Bird is there to have a flying type offensive move to be able to hit Rubambi and Whimsicott super effective to deal a little bit of damage to them. And it can also be super effective against Pangoro heads if that comes in. And Brave Bird is resisted by only one of his team members being Electivire, and that's it. Foul Play is to be able to have something like a dark type move that would be stab, and there's a few things that resist it, such as the Rubambi, Whimsicott, Pangoro, Weavile, a lot more than Brave Bird. But I at least have something that's also super effective against Necrozma if that comes in. And then Defog is to be able to get rid of hazards because I do not want to take any unnecessary damage upon switching in, such as like Defog and Stealth Rock, excuse me, and whatnot. I would rather keep that off the field as much as possible, so that's why I've included it with this moveset. My EVs, I went with Impish Nature, increase my defense, lower my special attack. My EVs are 248 in HP, 4 in attack, 180 defense, and 76 special defense. 248 HP is to have as much as I can to be able to live moves. 4 attack is so I have at least a little bit of power going into Brave Bird and Foul Play. This guarantees me to be able to one-shot Rubambi if that comes down to some sort of situation. It also gives me a little bit more damage against the Whimsicott and the Pangoro. I have 180 defense and Impish Nature because this is going to be my defensive wall of the week. This allows me to live hits such as like Night Slash and pretty much any physical hit a lot better than normal. And 76 special defense is to be able to live Rubambi and Whimsicott Moonblasts a little bit better as well. And the item, if I didn't say, was Leftovers. Next up on this week's team is Workout the Buzzwole, holding a Choice Scarf, Beast Boost ability, the moveset Leech Life, Drain Punch, Ice Punch, and Rock Slide. Leech Life is to be able to have a stab move, be able to also recover some HP, and, as a stab move. This is good against the Weavile and the Necrozma. Gives me something super effective against them. And I have some moves for other things as well, such as next move being Drain Punch. This gives me something against the Chansey, something against the Pangoro, something against the Weavile. So I have like a little bit more coverage, stab, as well as it's another move where I can recover some HP. We have Ice Punch to be able to cover Garchomp that comes in, as well as Golbat that comes in. And and even Whimsicott it's super effective on as well. And is neutral against his entire team except for Weavile, except for Mega Blastoise, Weavile, and Magmortar. Which I have Leech Life to be able to cover for Mega Blastoise and the Weavile, and I have my next move, Rock Slide, to be able to cover Magmortar better. Rock Slide also gives me something against Rubambi as well, and it gives me another option for Weavile, and will also give me another option for Golbat as well. So as much coverage as I get on this thing, and I at least have one move that's super effective against every member of his team except the Electivire and the Mega Blastoise, but I do have other options to be able to cover against those. Next up, oh wait, sorry, I didn't go over EVs and stuff. The EVs I went with this week are 252 attack, we have 100 in special defense, and 156 speed with the Jolly Nature. Jolly Nature and 156 speed with a Choice Scarf ensures me that I will have enough speed to outspeed Jolly max speed Weavile by 1 stat point, 252 attack to be able to deal as much damage as possible, especially because I'm not having the Adamant Nature, so I don't have, that option. I have to run Jolly to be able to outspeed. And I have 100 special defense to be able to tank a Moonblast hit a little bit better from like a Whimsicott or a Bombi, even though special defense is kind of really bad. The base defense is also going to be kind of nice to be able against like a Garchomp, for example. A Garchomp and a Weavile Aerial Ace, even with max attack for both of them, only does about half, and with me being able to outspeed both, even if Weavile is Focus Sashed, if I outspeed it in Leech Life it, for example, if I lost any HP, I get it all back. The Aerial Ace doesn't kill me in one hit, and then I can just kill it right back. The Garchomp is kind of the same exact way, where even if I get Aerial Aced and take a couple Rough Skin hits, Ice Punch, unless he puts a little bit of defense investment into Garchomp, Ice Punch is guaranteed to do like 75+%, and with the Choice Scarf, I will be able to outspeed a Max Jolly Garchomp unless he Choice Scarfs that. But even then, Ice Punch is still going to do a lot of damage, and I will be able to have more to cover against the Garchomp as well. Next up, we are bringing Mega Gardevoir. Starting out, it will be a Gardevoir female shiny named Diantha, holding the Gardevoir I with the ability Trace, so I can, if I get a good switch in, I can tell maybe what ability they have and maybe trace it. So, for example, Flame Body Magmortar, for example, if it happens to be a physical set, something like that, just to be able to tell what ability we have and whatnot. The moveset I've went with is Hyper Voice, Thunderbolt, Calm Mind, and Psyshock. Hyper Voice being that Pixelate ability will change it into a Fairy type move, and that's going to obliterate Garchomp, it's going to get rid of Pangoro, Weavile, and it's going to do a lot of damage to pretty much anything that doesn't resist it, which is really only his Magmortar and Golbat. But I have Thunderbolt to be able to cover that. It also gives me something for the Mega Blastoise. I have something super effective against the Golbat, and whatnot. And then I have Psyshock as my last move to be able to have something neutral against Magmortar, and Magmortar has worse defense than it does special defense, so the Psyshock is going to come in handy against that. And Calm Mind is if there's something like the Rabombi that I can set up on, or a Whimsicott, set up a Calm Mind or two, it's going to hit a lot harder, and it's going to be able to tank some special hits a lot better as well. So, to kind of be able to outstall a little bit as well. My EVs this week are 252 special attack, 216 speed, 40 defense with Modest Nature. Modest to be able to deal as much damage as possible. 216 speed ensures that I am faster than a what am I thinking it was? I can't remember now. I'm sorry about that. It was to have enough speed to outspeed a max speed. What was it? I can't remember now. I'm really sorry. Anyways, and then the 40 defense. That is for this. If it is a Jolly max attack Garchomp, and Ironhead only has a 6.3% chance to kill Mega Gardevoir in one hit. And if that does not one hit kill, so if he doesn't get that basically 6% chance, Hyper Voice from this Mega Gardevoir completely obliterates Garchomp out of the field. Unless he was to run like a Z Ironhead and run Corkscrew Crash instead, which is possible, but it's at least if he happens to run Jolly Max Attack Garchomp. Alright, next up on our team is going to be Justice the Cobalion, shiny, holding a Life Orb with the ability Justified with the moveset Ironhead, Close Combat, Quick Attack, and Sword Stance. Ironhead and Close Combat, my two main stabs. Ironhead, Ribombee, and Whimsicott are going to take a lot of damage, if not straight up die to it. Weavile is pretty much the same exact way, where even if it's holding a Focus Sash, I can such Ironhead and then Quick Attack it, it's gone. Brick Break, I'll go over that in a moment. Quick Attack is just to be able to have a priority move, so if something's at low HP, I can easily Quick Attack, get rid of it. And with Sword Stance, those Quick Attacks will do a lot better. Ironhead is going to be doing a lot more damage to things if I get an Ironhead set up. Close Combat as a stab move will also give me something against Chansey, Pangoro, even Weavile, and whatnot. In Close Combat, neutral against Magmortar and Electivire and whatnot. Excuse me. And the EVs I decided to go with are 252 attack, 44 defense, and 108 speed. Or 208 speed, excuse me, I was looking at base stat. 208 speed with the Jolly Nature. Jolly 208 speed allows me to outspeed max speed Jolly Garchomp by 1 point, and 252 attack to be able to deal as much damage as possible, and 44 defense allows me to be able to live Earthquakes a little bit better, so that way I can fire Close Combat, because if I am to get his Sword Stance up, and he is not a Choice Scarf max speed Garchomp, Jolly max speed Choice Scarf Garchomp, if I get a Sword Stance set up in Close Combat, that gets rid of the Garchomp straight up. It just one-shots it. And, of course, it'll make Ironhead and Quick Attack also deal a little bit more damage, and gives Cobalion more of a chance to sweep. And that is that. Next up, our second to last member of the team this week, Computer the shiny Porygon Z, holding a Choice Scarf with the ability Adaptability with Tri-Attack, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, and Signal Beam. Tri-Attack is to mainly have a stab move for Adaptability, and it's neutral against his entire team, no Ghost to be able to make the move ineffective, and he has no Steel type, so nothing resists Tri-Attack either. So a really strong Tri-Attack adaptability. With the EVs I went, it's going to be doing a lot of damage. Ice Beam is there as a coverage move for Garchomp, Whimsicott, and Golbat. Thunderbolt gives me something super effective against the Mega Blastoise. It gives me another option for Golbat. Just got to be careful because of the Electivire, Whimsicott, and whatnot. And Signal Beam was there to be able to have something super effective against the Necrozma. It also gives me something super effective against Weavile, and gives me some neutral damage on some other Pokemon as well. The EVs I decided to go with this week are 252 special attack, 160 speed, 88 defense, and 8 HP. This is a modest nature Porygon Z. The 252 modest special attack is to deal as much damage with Choice Scarf as possible, and with 160 speed Choice Scarf, another exact situation just like the Buzzball, where I have just enough speed to outspeed a max speed Jolly Weavile by 1 point, and the 88 defense and 8 HP, this is allowing me to live physical hits a little bit better, such as a Garchomp's Earthquake will not one-shot me, and that way I can fire an Ice Beam back and that Garchomp is gone. It's not living this Ice Beam. And if he wants to send pretty much anything else on Ice Beam, he only really has, he has 3 other members that can resist it, but of course, I have other coverage moves to be able to deal with those later, have necessary. But there's going to be a lot of damage dealt with this thing, and I'm hoping it comes in very clutch. And the last member that I am carrying this week is my Shiny Silvally Experiment, holding the Fire Memory ability RKS system with multi-attack, Sword Stance, Ice Fang, and X Scissor. Multi-attack is to be able to have stab move, and with it being the fire type because of the fire memory, this makes multi-attack, super effective on the Rabombi, the Whimsicott, and Weavile. The Ice Fang is to be able to help me deal with Garchomp. Ice Fang is also another option for Whimsicott. The Ice Fang also gives me an option against Golbat. And the X Scissor is to be able to have something super effective against Necrozma, another option for Weavile, and is neutral against a good portion of his team as well. The Swords Dance is to help deal a little bit more damage as well. The EVs I went with this week are 160 special defense, 252 HP, and 96 attack with the Careful nature. Careful 160 is to have it tank a few more special hits, mainly to help me deal with Rabombi and Whimsicott a little bit better. As you can tell, Rabombi I'm feeling like is going to be one of the Pokemon he definitely brings. Garchomp as well, Mega Blastoise, thinking probably Weavile, Magmortar, and Necrozma. I think those are the 6 I'm thinking. Garchomp, Rabombi, Mega Blastoise, Weavile, Necrozma, and Magmortar. With the fire type, it also gives me a resistance to the Rabombi, the Whimsicott, the Magmortar, Weavile even. Pretty much like a good portion of the Pokemon I am fearing he's going to bring are the ones that I really wanted this fire memory to be able to deal with a little bit better that I thought I wouldn't be able to. Because, for an example, I have both Cobalion and Buzzwole who are weak to fire, and with it being a little bit more specially defensive, it helps me out against, like, Magmortar, Fire Punch Electivire, those kind of things. But I think with that is going to just about do it for this team builder for week 1 of the 3rd season of the SBL. I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and in the next part, we're going to have the battle versus the Phildelphia Tyranitars. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys with the battle.